Welcome back to AM Northwest. Well, we always learn interesting facts from our next guest. Here to share a poster art collection, we welcome back antique appraiser Gary Germer. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me back.
Okay, so this client has an amazing collection here. And tell me how he or she came in.
Well, he first of all called me and he's wanting to downsize.
Yeah.
And he said he had a few posters, and when I went there, he had a little over 2,000.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and I said,
wow.
well, I can't take 2,000 at the moment, so we're doing them in segments and
Okay.
stuff. And I've learned, I just love them. I just love the colors. I love
Right.
the different reasons people collect them. You know,
And some of these are really valuable.
some can be.
Yeah.
Now, when we were kids, you went down to the mall and bought a poster,
Sure.
or if you had a friend who worked at the movie theater, they would give you the poster of the movie that just ended and whatnot.
Yeah.
Some of those are even becoming somewhat valuable.
Oh,
somewhat.
wow.
But there's different categories people do. On the end here,
This one?
yeah, this one. Are we looking at this one?
Yeah.
That's probably one of the hottest subjects right now, are old travel posters.
Oh,
Can
they
you-
look really cool.
Mid-century modern home, having the colors, the bright colors, and the travel and things like that, as well as things like this, which is bright colored posters. When you're looking, if you want to be a collector or looking to see if you have something that is collectible,
There we go.
what you want to look at is it have colors that pop? You
Yeah.
know, is it something that you really like? That's what you want to buy any art for, is that it's something that you like. But this one here, for example, is an old rock and roll poster advertising, that old poster up in Seattle, and it was from the 1980s. And
So how much does something like that go for if you're selling it?
the one like that is about maybe in the $150 to $200 range.
Okay.
The travel poster is closer to $800.
Oh, wow.
It's 1960s and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love that.
People buy this one here.
I'll lift this one up.
If we can lift that one up. For example, those are from art galleries. And these were advertised. And the thing about a poster is they were always meant to be, I know, let's slide it right over the top
Okay.
of that and I can see it. I'm sorry I brought the largest things in the shop.
That's all right.
You have, for art poster, the bottom one is a de Kooning gallery show in Seattle
Oh,
that they
yeah.
had back in the 80s.
Oh,
and what's
yeah.
cool about that one is he signed it.
Yeah.
And so that makes it even more valuable.
Oh, sure.
And-
And it's in great condition,
In great
too.
condition.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
whatnot like that.
Yeah.
And so, of course, like I said, they were meant to be, posters originally were the original social media. They didn't have, you know, we have the internet. So
Right.
they wanted something to grab your eye that would be for a temporary use only,
Yeah.
glued onto the side of the walls or, you know, thrown away at the end. So that's
Right.
why they're more scarce and valuable now, especially in really good condition.
Okay, and how do you sell them? Do you sell them online usually? Because it's not like you're having an estate sale, is it?
No, these we sell through our website. We have,
Okay.
we have an online. This collection and a lot of the stuff that I bring, we have available on our website.
Okay.
This here and the one behind it, the Chinese girl behind it, would be used for advertising stores. This one in front is a famous one from 1904.
Wow.
And what they were, it's kind of a, what do they call it, fake, faux medicine thing. The guy's holding this cotton product that was chemically treated you were supposed to put under your clothes to keep you warm in the winter. And that's why flames are coming out of his mouth.
Oh, wow.
It was a French idea in the early
Okay.
20th century.
Oh,
But
leave
the
it to
graphics are
leave it to the
fabulous,
French.
aren't they?
Yeah, I love it. You know, you talk about color because you know I love color. I just think that even just for the color and then the look of the French looks really cool.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
I just think it's really great.
Yeah.
I think that
This one?
and this one here is from a Chinese grocery store. And a beautiful,
way.
or
How beautiful is
Japanese,
that?
Japanese,
Yeah.
Japanese grocery store from about before the war, so it would have been 1930s.
That's
that it was
beautiful.
And she's a pretty girl, and
Yeah.
but it's surprisingly only a couple $100. You know, if you wanted to go with that. Sort
I
of aesthetic.
love the art to it.
The
I mean, that's what we're talking about is art.
right, and
Yeah.
that's it. And it's a type of art that's was disposable. What makes them rare and what makes them valuable, first of all, what makes them valuable is how rare are they?
Yeah.
Who designed them, the colors, and even like the travel posters, just right now as
Right.
far as design goes. Condition is part of it, but like this particular poster, and if we can look at one, is a lot of times old ones, I'm telling an old one, they come folded. And so
Okay.
being folded is not a problem. That's actually an indication that it's older. The paper's going to be thin. And one of the things will happen over the years is this will break and this is actually an incredibly famous poster. And they'll have issues, like there's tape on this one. This could be restored, and restoring posters actually adds to their value if they're professional. So usually on something like this, what they'll do is put it on linen backing, so it's a heavy backing in order to keep it from deteriorating further, and you can frame it and it goes on, and that's actually very acceptable in the.
You pointed to that one right there, so can we
one on the bottom?
Yep. Tell me about that one.
These were the war posters. I'm going to step over here.
Yeah.
This one here is like this one. You can tell in looking at it that it's been folded. World War I poster here. For whatever reason, they didn't have enough books, as books wanted, for our men and for the guys over there. And so an early doughboy one, it has some issues, has a little bit of tear here that somebody tried to fix at one time. But again, this could be restored beautifully.
Yeah.
World War I, guys, historians tend to collect, people who collect history tend to collect by wars and things like that. So then this one here, on the bottom down here, is from World War II.
Oh, wow.
And I love the graphics on that. And this was to get everybody enthused about buying bonds and getting the war done, and so that we could do it. And so there was a lot of posters of that vein. And so for World War II collectors, that's an exciting poster. And that's about $1,000 for that.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then just to
this one
be controversial for anybody watching, this is actually from North Vietnam. This is a propaganda poster from Vietnam after they won the war. They're claiming they won the war. They brought peace. Communism brought peace. And there's a U.S. B-52 crashed in the background.
Wow.
And so you don't see that very often. I had to say that.
Wow.
That's what the other side was telling their people.
Yeah.
And so, again, historians, Vietnam War era people, political of different spectrums, love to have stuff like that.
How do you, let's say someone buys one of these, like how do you mail them even?
Well, you can, and roll them carefully in a large tube, so that they can be unfolded. Part of the problem you have, and I have a whole bunch of these back at the office, is they've been tightly wound. And so then you got to worry about flattening them.
Yeah, oh my gosh, incredible. Gary Germer,
thank you so much.
Incredible stuff. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.